If one day you set foot in California, you will immediately understand why this place is called America's Paradise on the global economic map. If California were separated into an independent country, it would stand as the fifth largest economy in the world, behind only the giants of the United States, China, Japan, and Germany. This means a single state is stronger than entire nations like the UK, France, or India. What makes such power possible? First, look at Silicon Valley, the beating heart of global technology. This is where Apple, Google, Facebook, Tesla all began and flourished. Shimmering glass offices, secret research labs, and startups born from just a few young students have created technologies that reshape the world. Every idea here has a potential to turn into billions overnight. If you want to touch the future, Silicon Valley is the gateway. Next, there is Hollywood, the world's capital of cinema. Every year, billions of dollars are generated from blockbuster films, superstars shining on the red carpet, and stories that cross borders to touch millions of hearts. When people think of Hollywood, they don't just think of movies, but of an entire entertainment empire where fame and fortune intertwine, creating an irresistible allure. But California is not only about technology and film, it is also an agricultural paradise. It may sound surprising, but more than 1/3 of America's vegetables and fruits come from this land. Endless vineyards in Napa Valley produce world-famous wine. Vast fields of almonds, avocados, strawberries, and oranges not only feed tens of millions, but are exported across the globe. A luxury dinner in New York, Paris, or Tokyo could very well include ingredients grown in California. Picture this. In the morning, you walk along Malibu Beach, passing by mansions worth hundreds of millions of dollars. At noon, you drive through Silicon Valley, where artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, and space technologies are being tested. And by evening, you sit inside a theater in Hollywood, watching the latest blockbuster premiere, all while knowing that just a few miles away, massive farms are still working day and night to supply food for the world. All of these elements combine to create a California that glitters like a dream, a land where everyone believes that with enough effort, you can rise from nothing to become a billionaire. A place regarded as the ultimate symbol of opportunity, wealth, and the American dream. But you know, every paradise has its dark side, and California is no exception. Behind the glittering lights, there is a truth that not everyone dares to mention. If California shines like a dream, behind that dream lies a shadow that many find hard to believe. First, let's talk about the cost of living. In San Francisco and Los Angeles, housing prices are among the highest in the world. A tiny apartment, barely enough for a family of three, can cost more than a spacious villa in Texas. Residents often spend 50, sometimes even 70% of their monthly income just to pay rent. Teachers, nurses, and office workers are forced to commute for hours from distant towns because they simply cannot afford to live in the cities where they work. Then there's the matter of taxes. California imposes the highest state income tax in the entire United States, reaching 13.3%. For the middle class, that's already a burden. But for the ultra-wealthy, it means paying millions of dollars every single year to the state. It's no surprise that many billionaires, after making their fortunes in Silicon Valley, decide to pack up and move to Florida or Texas, places with zero state income tax. This quiet tax exodus has even pushed major tech companies to consider relocating from the very land that once fueled their rise. And perhaps the harshest reality is social inequality. Right in the heart of Silicon Valley, the birthplace of billion-dollar ideas, thousands of homeless people pitch tents along sidewalks. Rows of makeshift shelters without electricity, water, or safety stand only blocks away from the gleaming headquarters of tech giants worth hundreds of billions. The sight of a Lamborghini speeding past rows of tattered tents has become a bitter symbol of the wealth gap. California is a paradise, yes, but it is a paradise not everyone can enter. For many, its glittering lights only highlight the darkness of the harsh reality they face every single day. And then, as those shadows grew larger, people began to choose another path, leaving the place they once dreamed of. Picture this. It's a Monday morning in Los Angeles. The highways are packed, endless lines of cars inch forward, horns blaring, exhaust fumes hanging heavy in the air. The sun beats down, and what should be just another commute feels like a daily battle. For many Californians, this isn't just traffic, it's the crushing weight of life here. In the past decade, over 500,000 residents have left California. That number isn't just a statistic. It tells a story of a paradise slowly losing its shine. And the reasons go far beyond high living costs. Day after day, traffic congestion strangles the roads. Pollution fills the skies, making cities like Los Angeles rank among the most polluted in America. Every year, wildfires rage, swallowing entire neighborhoods and forcing tens of thousands of people to flee their homes. At the same time, crime rates creep upward. Theft, assaults, and street robberies make many feel unsafe in the very place they call home. For ordinary workers, the dream of a stable life feels increasingly impossible. Even the middle class, once the backbone of California, now struggles to find balance. Families face a stark choice: endure the pressure of living in the so-called paradise, or leave in search of a more livable home. Meanwhile, other states are rising as new promised lands. Texas, Nevada, Arizona, they're welcoming the newcomers with open arms. Bigger houses, lower costs, no state income tax. But perhaps most importantly, a slower, more balanced lifestyle. And it isn't just the people leaving. Corporate giants are fleeing too. Tesla has moved its headquarters to Texas. Oracle, HP, and many others have followed. This isn't a passing trend. It's a wave of migration, a shift powerful enough to redraw America's economic and social map. California was once the dream. But with hundreds of thousands now turning their backs on it, the question remains, what is that dream turning into? But as the departures grow more frequent, the biggest question arises. Can California maintain its luster? Picture this. While hundreds of thousands have left, tens of millions still choose to remain. Why? The reason isn't simply that they can't leave. It's because California still carries an irresistible allure, something no other state can truly replace. First, let's talk about the super rich and celebrities. California is home to Hollywood, the brightest stage of fame and glamour on earth. Movie stars, singers, directors, they continue to live here because this is the beating heart of the global entertainment industry. A mansion in Beverly Hills isn't just a place to live. It's a symbol, a status, a milestone in one's career. To leave would mean giving up networks, opportunities, and connections that only Hollywood can provide. Next, we have the tech innovators. Even though many large companies have moved their headquarters to Texas or elsewhere, Silicon Valley remains the cradle of world-changing ideas. Thousands of startups are still born here every day, and young engineers from around the globe flood in with dreams of becoming the next Mark Zuckerberg. They accept sky-high living costs, cramped apartments, all just to be close to the world's largest hub of innovation. Then there are the immigrants. California is one of the most diverse states in America, with thriving communities of Mexicans, Chinese, Vietnamese, Indians, and more, together weaving a rich cultural tapestry. For many, California is still the promised land. A nail salon, a small restaurant, or a convenience store can be a gateway to a new life. Despite the expensive cost of living, they believe their children's future will be brighter if raised and educated here. But it's not only the wealthy, the famous, or the immigrants. Millions of native Californians, people born and raised here, remain as well. For them, California isn't just a place. It's identity and pride. They love the year-round sunshine, the endless beaches, the forests, the mountain ranges, and the uniquely vibrant lifestyle. For them, there's truly no place like home. Even with high taxes, sky-high housing, and countless challenges, those who stay believe California is still the land of opportunity. They accept the cost because they believe the glow, even if dimming before, is still strong enough to carry them forward. And it is these very people, the ones who remain steadfast, who keep California standing tall, shining on the world map, despite the ever-growing wave of departures. And it is from this crossroads that a new vision is emerging. Will California slide down the drain, or will it come back stronger than ever? After decades of association, one of the richest people in the world, an icon of modern technology, decided to leave California. That person is Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and now also owns the social network X. Elon once turned California into the center of technological dreams. From laboratories in Los Angeles, rocket testing ranges near the coast, to electric car production lines in Fremont, he turned this place into a symbol of the future. However, he was the one who said goodbye. Why? Elon Musk once publicly shared that he no longer felt comfortable in California. Personal income tax is too high. Complicated laws and regulations make expansion and testing of new technology slow. Housing prices are so unreasonable that even the best engineers can hardly buy a home. And then Elon chose Texas. In Texas, he found what California couldn't offer: zero taxes on personal income, vast space for giant rocket projects, and more open environment for technological experimentation. SpaceX set up a new base in Boca Chica, near the Mexican border, where the skies became a giant laboratory for its dream of conquering Mars. Tesla also moved its headquarters to Austin, Texas, a city that is emerging as the new Silicon Valley. Pay attention to this detail. When one of the world's greatest minds, one of the richest entrepreneurs on the planet, is willing to leave California, it's not just a personal story. It's a signal. It's a warning. It shows that even the most successful people in this land are starting to question, is California really still a paradise of opportunity? For Elon, this decision was like a personal revolution. He didn't just move. He took with him tens of thousands of jobs, billions of dollars in investment, and even changed the economic map of the United States. California lost Elon Musk, but Texas gained a trump card for the future. And that, once again, underscores a harsh truth. Even paradise has its ups and downs.